Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Saturday the 29th of June 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best sports betting and casino on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. That is BSV. Oh yeah, right. Let's get into it. So I haven't done a show since it was 9 days ago since I did my last show. It's been nice to have a sort of like a week and a few days off. But check it out. Let's get back in the saddle because we've missed quite a bit. We've got some really juicy articles to get through today. And the first one is this one. So thanks for everybody for sending me these in and all these people who point these out to me. So let's have a look, see what's going on. This was published the June 27th. So it says, Satoshi era Bitcoin wallet wakes up after 14 years, sends 50 BTC to Binance. I wonder who would do something like that. The Bitcoin wallet belongs to a miner who earned 50 BTC as mining rewards in July 2010, a time when BTC was trading at just 5 cents. Oof. A Satoshi era Bitcoin wallet dating back to 2010 woke up from dormancy after 14 years and sent 50 Bitcoin to the Binance crypto exchange. The Satoshi era refers to the period between 2009 and 2011, during which Bitcoin's pseudonymous creator Satoshi Nakamoto was active on online forums. Bitcoin miner turns $25 BTC to $3 million. According to data from on-chain analytics firm Look On Chain, the Bitcoin wallet is linked to a BTC miner who earned 50 BTC as mining rewards in July 2010. These are some of the earliest mined Bitcoins when the mining rewards per block was 50 BTC. The current block reward is just 3.12 BTC. The Bitcoin miner earned 50 BTC block reward when BTC was trading at a price of around 5 cents and was barely a year old. At the time, the value of BTC holdings was a mere $25. Still not bad for the amount of energy you had to put in back then. Let's have a look at this. Height, 67254. Well, yeah, that is really early. The transaction history of the Bitcoin wallet indicates that the miner managed to mine a single block, a rare feat in today's world, where Bitcoin network hash rates are touching new all-time highs. They are indeed. The movement of crypto to centralized exchanges is often seen as a bearish sign, as most of the time the use of centralized exchanges is linked with selling assets. Also, last time I checked, this is like quite a few years ago now, I think Binance only allowed you to remove $300 a week off their exchange, something crazy like that. So, yeah, I mean, take them ages to get $3 million off. Crikey. Bitcoin is trading just over $61,000 at the time of writing, but it has seen several dips below the support level over the past few days. BTC is currently down 17% from its all-time high above $73,750. Over the past year, several dormant Bitcoin wallets, many of which were from the Satoshi era, have woken to either transfer their BTC to a new wallet or cash and sell it in on exchanges. Bitcoin hash war. Nakamoto, the pseudonymous or the pseudo-anonymous creator behind Bitcoin, intended to allow the public to mine Bitcoin on their local home computers. Well, actually he says Bitcoin ends in data centers, and we've already seen that. In fact, I think I've got that right here. My memory serves me correct. Let's hope it does. Let's have a little look. Oh, there it is. So this was from Satoshi Nakamoto on the 29th of July. The current system, where every user is a network node, is not the intended configuration for large scale. That would be like every user running their own NMTP server. The design supports letting users be users. The more burden it is to run a node, the fewer nodes there will be. These fewer nodes will be big server farms. The rest will be client nodes that only do transactions and don't generate. And that was written by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2010, July 29th. Huh. Right. So yeah, maybe let's see what they say at the beginning. So they would intend to allow the public to mine on their local home computers. However, as BTC prices reached new highs and provided significant returns with each halving cycle, Bitcoin mining expanded, including to include profitable industrial scale operations. Numerous companies have established hundreds of state-of-the-art mining machines to maximize their Bitcoin mining operations in recent years. Several have also gone public. Yep. The competition to mine Bitcoin has significantly increased the mining difficulty, so even mining machines worth thousands of dollars cannot independently guarantee the successful mining of a single block. That is true. That is true. But that's very notable. Very notable. You know, Satoshi era coins on the move. I mean, we know what, $3 million. Oh, yeah, I'll just move $3 million today to Binance. I mean, moving $3 million, like who needs to do that and who actually needs to move it to Binance? You know, I would say watch this space. Let's find out what happens. Right, next article here by Crypto Slate says SEC Chair Gensler criticizes crypto sector for non-compliance and high centralization. Hold on a minute. I thought this whole space was meant to be decentralized. What's all this about then? So Gensler also reaffirmed his previous stance that most crypto tokens are securities under the law of the land. They are indeed. In fact, they all are, apart from Bitcoin, and he said that before. The SEC chair, Gary Gensler, reaffirmed previous criticism from the crypto industry, stating that the sector is highly centralized with significant non-compliance in a Bloomberg interview on June 25th. He downplayed decentralization in the sector, stating that a few platforms are centralizing and commingling things that would never allow anywhere else. Should never be allowed anywhere else. Gensler listed specific violations such as trading against customers. Oh, BitMEX are doing that. Trading in front and taking investments in a contract before listing. Oof, dear oh dear. He noted that many leading lights of the crypto sector are in jail or awaiting jail, adding, I say this and you giggle, but this is a serious thing, not ticky-tacky. It's about real protections for investors. And again, he hasn't done anything about SegWit. You know, like obviously, tampering with signatures is fraud. Doesn't matter if they're wet ink or digital. That's it. So where are you, Gary? What's all this about? Gensler said non-compliance extends beyond securities laws to the Bank Secrecy Act, the Commodity Exchange Act, and anti-money laundering laws. He says tokens largely securities, they're all securities. Gensler said that many crypto token platforms work with a significant number of tokens that, without prejudging, are securities under the law of the land and the Supreme Court stance. The comments echo Gensler's early statements on most cryptos being securities. He emphasized that tokens are often offered as investment contracts and said the US public is not receiving disclosure required by law. He noted that intermediaries such as crypto exchanges and broker-dealers handle hundreds of assets, adding, how many of those offerings do have some group of entrepreneurs in the middle? It sort of belies logic. Gensler said the issue, combined with non-compliance, has led the SEC to bring legal cases against numerous firms because violations harm the general public. Gensler evades political questions. Gensler declined to answer the political question, including about Mark Cuban's earlier supposition that Gensler's crypto policies could cost Joe Biden the election. Gensler simply stated, I don't speak about elections. Gensler also refused to comment on whether he's surprised by the broader political movement around crypto, saying other people can speak about elections. Gensler did not state whether spot Ethereum ETFs might receive final approval in the coming weeks or before elections, but said the process is going smoothly. Is that not like a contradiction there, Gary? Anyway, we know that he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. I wouldn't really want to be in his position. Well, actually, I would. But with the amount of financial clout and the amount of skullduggery in the space, it would be a rather dangerous position to be in if you were going to declare, a token with a $1.3 trillion market cap, as an economically worthless security offering, which it is. Oof. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, actually. Yeah, take that back. And check this out. Somebody just sent me this. Thank you very much. So let's buy Fortune Crypto. The US and Germany just sold off almost 5,000 Bitcoins. They should have added them for foreign reserves. They should have added them to foreign reserves. Alright, nice picture there. So in the last week alone, the US government has moved to sell 3,940 Bitcoins seized from a narcotics trafficker in 2014. Bitcoin holders feeling dejected by the currency's latest dump have found a new target to blame. National governments dumping large quantities on the market. They might have a point. In the last week alone, the US government moved to sell 3,940 BTC worth around $240 million. Good grief. Seized from a narcotics trafficker in 2014, while the German government dumped 900 bitcoins, prompting fears Berlin could sell off its entire stash of over 45,000. And now we know that the governments are private enterprises, and they've got 45,000. A government shouldn't be having 45,000. What, they've just confiscated them from criminals. But now the governments are criminals, so now we've got even bigger criminals than the previous criminals. But now we've got a global cabal with a 45,000 just in Germany. Oof, that's not good. Those government hoards are together worth billions of dollars. Even though Bitcoin is highly liquid and widely distributed, it is still subject to the law of supply and demand, and large-scale sell-offs will invariably drive prices down. This is hardly the first time, though, that government sell-offs have put a strain on Bitcoin prices. That's BTC. In the case of Uncle Sam, the US Marshal Service has been auctioning BTC stashes seized by the FBI, IRS, and DEA and other agencies for over a decade now. In BTC, or Bitcoin's early days, when its staying power was in question, it made sense for the US government to promptly sell off the currency it seized. Today, this sell-it-all mentality makes less sense. Whether you like the currency or not, the reality is that people in every country of the world hold Bitcoin. That's BTC. And that it has been one of the highest performing assets of the last decade. So why doesn't Uncle Sam hold on to some long term? I'm no expert on foreign reserves, but the broader strokes are that central banks hold other countries' currencies in order to cushion the shock if their own currency falls into crisis. Popular choices include the euro, yen, pound, and of course the dollar. In the case of the US, the need to hold foreign reserves is less pressing, given that the dollar is the main reserve currency for the entire world. Nonetheless, government reports how the US holds at least $35 billion worth of euros and yen. Given inflation and geopolitical troubles, it is a sure thing the yen and the euro, not to mention the pound and Swiss franc, are more durable than Bitcoin, ? It would seem only prudent for governments to allocate a small portion of their reserves, perhaps 2.5 to 5%, to the popular decentralized currency. Indeed, they've held another non-government backed asset, gold, as part of their foreign reserves for centuries. Yeah, but the US has got most of that now. This is already a live issue in Switzerland, where Bitcoin advocates are pushing for a change in the law to allow the Swiss central bank to hold it. The chairman of the bank rebuffed the suggestion, claiming Bitcoin is not liquid or sustainable. I would be curious to know how many of Switzerland's younger people feel the same way. It's a good bet many would disagree. Oh, interesting. Yeah, interesting that they're pushing for the Swiss National Bank to hold Bitcoin. That was a thought that had actually crossed my mind, because if you actually had Bitcoin as backing, you could actually use it. So whenever people deposit their cash into a bank, you could purchase Bitcoin with that. So they would effectively be depositing into the bank anything that they want to hold or save as an investment. And that means that the older people who aren't really used to dealing with cryptocurrencies and all that could still, effectively have their earnings backed by, or their currency backed by Bitcoin. Obviously not BTC, because that's a massive Ponzi scheme. But that's another story. Hey. Anyway, that's 14 minutes gone. Let's catch up with a little bit of Bitcoin history. I mean, I have to confess, maybe I'm a bit of a Bitcoin geek, but I love this. So it was 9 days ago. So I'm guessing. Oh yeah. So we'll have to start here. about 20th of June. Yeah, so I think we did 19th of June. So on the 19th of June, a stream of fraudulent trades caused the nominal price of Bitcoin to fraudulently drop to 1 cent on Mt. Gox exchange. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was when they were getting hacked and all that. So anyway, on 20th of June 2021, Peter McCormack interviews Nayib Bukele. I mean, anybody remember this? Like, jeepers. I mean, look. You go to interview the president of El Salvador, and you wear a Metallica t-shirt and ripped jeans. I mean, the guy's an absolute goon, like an absolute goon. But anyway, that's Bitcoin history. That's what happened. Nayib Bukele thinking that he should speak to Peter McCormack about Bitcoin. I mean, the guy has already admitted he's an absolute moron. Like, oh my goodness me. So, but anyway, hey yo. 21st of June. Lost Coins said, quotes here from Satoshi Nakamoto. He said, "Lost Coins only make everyone's coins worth slightly more. Think of it as a donation to everybody." Woohoo! Nice one. Yeah, that's a good way to think of it, really. Otherwise, you're just, friends and that losing coins. You're just like, really? That could be worth millions. Jeepers. 22nd of June 2008, Craig Wright has a paper accepted by the SANS Institute titled "Detecting Hidden Statistical Methods for Classifying the Use of Hidden-Based Stenography in Executable Files." That was on the 22nd of June 2008. Do we get to see it? There it is. Check it out. So obviously we were learning about what stenography was in the Copa case when he was saying that there was a watermark that he placed in the white paper. I don't think we ever really got to the bottom of that, did we? I suspect Craig didn't really want to get to the bottom of it because he didn't want to show indisputable proof that he was Satoshi Nakamoto for kind of obvious reasons, as we know now. On the 22nd of June 2010, Laszlo figured out that enabling some more optimization increased performance by about 20%. So 0.3 hashes 20% faster than 0.2. But I assume he used that in his own build. That was a quote from Satoshi Nakamoto. On the 23rd of June, JMac was murdered in a Spanish prison. And it was even reported on here by the BBC where it said John McAfee, antivirus creator, found dead in prison cell. And we've actually got a news article here. No, take me to settings. Oh, seriously? Yeah, there we go. John McAfee, antivirus creator, found dead in a cell. Antivirus software entrepreneur John McAfee has been found dead, because people just drop dead these days, in a Barcelona prison cell. Hours after Spanish court agreed to extradite him to the US to face tax evasion charges. Yeah, I mean, this is suspect as whatever you like, because we've got this one here. John McAfee posted getting subtle messages from US officials saying in effect, "We're coming for you, McAfee. We're going to kill yourself. I got a tattoo today just in case. If I suicide myself, I didn't. I was whacked. Check my right arm." And he had that actually on his arm to prove that he wasn't going to top himself. Jeepers. What is the world coming to? Run by a criminal, globalist, totalitarian, tyrannical elite. 24th of June 2010 was a quote from Satoshi Nakamoto saying, "Here's RC1 for Linux for testing." 25th of June, he said, "We need more details about what happened at Mad Hatter." That was him having a conversation. And the 26th of June, Cobra posted, this is 2018, if Satoshi ever came back, he would be chased out. And this is the actual post he put. He said, if Satoshi ever came back into the Bitcoin community and expressed his likely opinions on scaling and mining centralization, I'm certain he would be attacked, chased out and bullied by the Blockstream cult. No doubt about it. But I eagerly await his return. Yeah, alright mate. And we saw that you were literally facing him in court and stabbing him in the back. We know and you know what was going on, and we know that you know, and you know that we know that you know, if you know what I mean. Absolutely. 27th of June 1958, this was the birthday of Cynthia DeWerck, the creator of proof of work, along with Moni Nail. So again, so Bitcoin is an amalgamation of all these different technologies thrown together. I think what Craig realized was how to solve the paradox of the centralized starting point and the significance of a chain of digital signatures. That's what Bitcoin really is, like a private association, a chain of digital signatures. And he's he's incorporated all these different techniques to actually commoditize data. But yeah, proof of work was created by Cynthia DeWerk and not Adam Back, as he would like you to think. On the 27th of June 2013, US Marshals Service auctions 29,656 seized bitcoins. Nearly 30,000 government seized bitcoins obtained by the US Marshals Service during the October 2013 bust of the Silk Road website are auctioned off in chunks of 3,000 bitcoins. Bidders are required to deposit $200,000 USD via a bank wire in order to qualify for the auction. A single bidder, venture capitalist Tim Draper, won every auction, indicating that his winning bid prices were far higher than the current market price. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think he got a bargain back then, didn't he? 2013, he absolutely got a bargain. My goodness me. Oh, goodness me. We've got links there to ABC News and CoinDesk. 28th of June 2021, London's High Court grants Dr. Craig Wright via default judgment copyright ownership of the Bitcoin white paper. Check it out. It's a famous article here from CoinGeek. There we go. It was on here that posted, said Dr. Wright was today awarded the default judgment in his copyright infringement case against Cobra. This is an important development in the Dr. Wright's quest to obtain judicial vindication for his copyright in his white paper. Awesome. So it was literally that anniversary has just passed. Yeah, that's awesome. And 29th of June, couldn't find anything specific, but we've got all these posts back in 2011 on the Bitcoin talk.org forum. Go back to the beginning here. So 29th, what did it start with? BTC near-term outlook. That was by BTC Economist. GOX right now by BTC 15.01, sell 17.099. Bitcoin Bank. Yeah, there's all these. I mean, this is an epic. You know, it's like it's great going through all these. Spamming Mt. Gox email address. So this is all 29th of June. So couldn't find anything really significant about this date. But that's what was going on. So that's a 23-minute show. We'll leave it there. I'm just going to leave you with this one because we all know what's coming. This absolutely cracks me up. This was posted by one of the now ex-doctors, but you know, we all know what is happening to doctors these days. And it says, funny joke here, a bird flu vaccine is available for everyone who hasn't died from the COVID-19 jab yet. Oh, there we go. All right, we'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoy these updates, please ding your donation for your appreciation to satoshi@senbi.com, satoshi@handcash.io, satoshi@simply.cash, satoshi@relasia.com, and satoshi@rockwallet.me. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.